kiss stealing, woo, wheeling dealing, limousine riding, jet flying, son of a gun, and I'm having a hard time holding these alligators.
You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. Yeah, we Ric Flairing on them niggas. It's apparent these girls staring. I'm Ric Flairing, gold across my chest. I'm fresh to death. I'm Paul Bearing, not at all scary. When I open like Betty Wops, then find to these Urkels that's going in like a carry shot. Woo! I'm going in like a Mary Pop off that Mary Crop at the top flow at the Marriott. So questioning me is like questioning you. See, we the best dressed, so come and get blessed with the crew. Not one but two, different ways to slaughter your crew. Committed tat across the chest, I guess she blessed with the truth. People want to see them checks, representation of proof. Living through my elders trying to resonate to the youth. But ain't nothing to get my flash on. Longevity is heavily embedded in my melanin. Layman terms, I last long. My grind repetitive, I'm smoother than real silk. Lyrical cash cow who can't cry over spilled milk. We in here. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. This ain't no normal situation, this preparation with greatness. Industry full of fakeness, it's really up for the taking. See, life is what happened to you, more so how you take it. Don't get stripped of your knowledge and mentally leave you naked. I like to live otherwise. I'm sorry that I'm fresh to death. I put the polo and apologize. See, black son, we ain't nothing like them other guys. Quit to socialize, we organize, then we mobilize. Off the deep end like a scuba diver. And no confusion, just keep it pushing like Uber drivers. Woo! Business fresh just like a supervisor in a Gucci visor. Can't find a smoother rhymer. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas.
Yeah, DQ baby. Shout out that boy Nigga for that fire track. Hey, Black Sun, sun up. What's up, Vinny Vegas? What in Vegas? Yeah. Shout out Pharaoh's Kids, D-Phase, yeah, Bubba C, yeah, Ric Flairing on them, Ric Flairing on them, Ric Flairing on them, Ric Flairing, sun up, baby.
Scotty, you going crazy for this one. We see what you're doing, we salute you. Hey, let's get it started. It's Backpack Capital One. What's in your wallet? Got a call from my man A. Scott. I said I got it. Love that you highlighting all of these black colleges. Try to pay me for doing this. Look, bruh, if you don't get off my line with that foolishness, voice of the SWAC, pull up where you at. No cap if the Brody is speaking the soft facts. My advice, tune in to every show. Captain Petty, but we know that the sergeants are with the smoke. Speculate, just tell me what is we doing. Get into it, okay, look, I'ma say this and keep it moving. My boy Scotty, man, he offered the least. Black grad, paying college, I'm glad that he called me. Walk it, cause we all been taught that talk is cheap. Even primetime knows Scott for the HBCU streets.
What is going on, everybody? It's your boy, Scotty. You watching OFFSCRIPT? We back with another one. Listen. Done up, done up, done up, Turn up. We talk about contracts. We talking about getting this money. And listen, it's not too good. It is not too good. Make sure you like the stream. The like police is never too far. All right. She's in there cooking up some baked spaghetti. All right. So that's what I'm gonna munch on when I get up out of here. But we talking about some Bayou Classic contracts. And let me tell you, Southern and Graham, okay? Southern and Graham. If you think Jackson State was in some shit, they contract might be effed up, but they payout was a lot better than yours. All right. So listen, it ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. That's all I'm gonna say. It ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. But hey, make sure you like the stream, like I always say. Like it, love it, share, support all the foolishness, right? So let me get this up and running, and we gonna get right into it, man. We gonna get right into it. Listen. So you know me, being the journalist that I am now, you know what I'm saying? Part of the NABJ, National Association of Black Journalists. So shout out to them. Oh man, listen. Let me see if I got the right stuff over here. Okay, yeah, that's the right one. I'm gonna show you, because you know me, I'm about that show in life. So I'm gonna show you what I got here. All right. This is what we're working with. I'm gonna scroll. All right, and right here, what it say? What it say right there? It says State of Louisiana Corporate Endeavor Agreement by and between the Board of Supervisors of the Southern University A&M College System on behalf of the Southern University A&M College and the Board of Supervisors for the university. And if you don't believe me, let me go all the way down to the bottom, and you see where it's signed by Gallant, David Aubrey, Mr. Fred Champ, all the signatures. Okay. Lottie Dottie, everybody. So if you don't think it's what it is, it's what it is. And you already know what it is. If you don't like nothing I say, you can always.
If I make you feel some type of way.
All right, if I make you feel some type of way. So let's get right into it. This is the part. All this is awesome. Hoopla, blah, 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 blah. All right. This is where I want to be. The scope of services, right? Now, before I get into the scope of services, the contract does not pay the schools, okay? And I want to be very clear. There is no monetary amount on this contract, okay? I want to be very clear. There is no monetary amount on this contract, all right? I still have some other stuff coming down the pipeline, but there are no monetary amounts. I'm going to show you that on another slide, okay? But this is how the schools are paid. It says, in consideration, let me see if you can. In consideration, let me zoom in on this so you guys can see it a little bit better. All right. Right here. In consideration of the services described above, the foundations hereby agree to pay the universities for all rights to the Bayou Classic, which include but are not limited to the performance of the bands and other university groups and organizations, and use publishing of the university's names, logos. The university's names, logos shall at all times remain exclusive property of the universities. This payment shall be as follows. The foundations shall reimburse the universities for any costs associated with participation by the bands and the other university groups or organization and ancillary activities of the Classic, right? Also, the foundations may retain the net proceeds resulting from the Bayou Classic ancillary activities. Said proceeds shall be used by the foundations for scholarship awards and other educational purposes. The benefit of universities shall be distributed according to the protocol established by the universities and their respective system presidents on behalf, all right, of the management boards, and may not used by the administration or whatever, right? This agreement is from 2018 to 2024. All right. Also going into some other stuff right here in the terms of agreement, the taxes, the foundations. All right. I want you guys to focus on that word, the foundations, not the schools. Okay. The payments do not go to the schools directly. They go to the schools' foundations. Okay, so I'm gonna read this tax. The foundations hereby agree that the responsibility for payment of any taxes from the funds thus received under this agreement shall be the foundation's obligations and identified under the federal tax identification. Once again, the Southern University System Foundation, okay, and the Grambling University Foundation. Okay, I just want to make that very clear. Foundations, okay? I just want to make that very, very clear, because when I get into this a little deeper, I want you to understand it's not going to look like what you think it's supposed to look like, right? When I brought up the SWAC, you had the SWAC and brought up certain schools that, no, these are through the school's foundations. That's how they are getting paid. Now, mind you, once again, I said earlier, there are no monetary amounts in this contract. Okay, I want to make that very clear. There's no monetary amounts on this contract. I just want to get understanding of what was it and who's getting paid for what. Now, mind you, this was the payout for the Bayou Classic in 2014. Okay, in 2014, this was the Bayou Classic payout in 2014. So let me be very clear when I say this, because everybody's going to say State Farm. State Farm stopped sponsoring in 2012, 2013. So this was not by State Farm. Okay, I want to make that very clear. This was not by State Farm. State Farm did not pay this out. That's not what happened. From the articles that I've read, let me be very clear. From the articles that I've read, 2013 was, you know what? Matter of fact, I'm gonna bring it up. I'm gonna bring it up because y'all gonna be like, oh, Scotty, you don't know what you're talking about. Okay. State Farm sponsors. All right, let me see. So you guys can see what I see. All right. Stop screen. Boom, boom. Chrome tab. What's that say? State Farm dropped sponsorship for Bayou Classic in 2013. I just want to make that very clear, and that's from HBCU Buzz. Okay, so that ain't just any old body. That I just want to make that very clear. Okay, I want to make that very crystal clear. This was not a State Farm payout. Who was sponsoring it in 2014? I have no idea. Okay, but they was paying the big bucks. Just want to make that very clear. They were paying the big bucks, and that's what it should look like. Okay, so I want to make that very clear before I make this delineation. Now, 2014. This is what Grambling was getting. Now, once again, I don't understand. Listen, something doesn't sit right with me with these documents. I'm just being honest. This is what I got from the Grambling State University Foundation. It don't make sense. I'm just telling you what I've seen. It just don't make sense. This is what 2014 was. This is what they got paid. That don't make no sense. But we gonna move on. I just want to show you that. Don't make no sense. I don't believe they doing all their due diligence, but you know what I'm saying? Audit. Now, this is Southern in 2018. Southern in 2018 was $208,000. Now, how you go from $1.5 million, $1.5 million to $208,000, I will never understand. I will never understand that. Now, I don't know, but once again, now, from what I've been told, if it was $1.5 million, I understand why you're not moving the game. I completely understand why you're not moving the game. But if it's for $208,000, you can get that playing LSU on a bad night. I don't understand. I don't understand. Okay, I don't get it, but that's neither here nor there. 2018 for Grambling. Once again, they still not getting money. Now, mind you, you see Bayou/Red River Classic. Now, the Red River is the State Fair. I know a lot of people just call it the State Fair Classic, but if you actually look up the whole entire name, it is actually called the Red River State Fair Classic. Nobody ever says the Red River part. If you're from Dallas, you know Oklahoma, Texas is called the Red River Rivalry, so you should already understand what that is. Grambling made a $1.6 million from homecoming and campus activities. They made more, technically, I want to be very clear, technically, than they did on the Bayou Classic. Once again, this is not making sense, but let me help you out, though. I'm going to help you guys out because you guys are thinking just like I am because you guys are all smart. You guys are all smart, right? You're like, Scotty, how can Southern make this amount and Grambling only makes this amount? Well, within the contract, the stipulations say that each school is responsible for their own sales. Right here, the universities, let me zoom in for you guys. All right. The universities shall cooperate. Let me hold on. Let me do this. Hopefully this. Oh, that didn't work. Okay. Nothing. So the universities shall cooperate in football. But here you go. The sale of all football game tickets shall be conducted by the universities, and proceeds derived from all ticket sales shall be divided pro rata by the universities rather than on an equal basis. I want to make that very clear, okay? Shall be divided pro rata by the universities rather than on an equal basis, i.e. proceeds will be paid to each university based on the number of tickets sold by each university. So you know what they did? They treated y'all Bamas like the kids who be selling chocolate at school. You only win the prize if you sell the most tickets. So I'm not saying Southern sold $1.5 million. Okay. I'm not saying Southern sold $1.5 million in tickets or whatever, but they're doing something that Grambling is not, because the money that they're getting is disparaging. It is just like night and day, completely night and day. But once again, I've never heard. Well, I won't say never. That's a lie. That's the lie. But my thing is this: why would the schools be responsible? I don't. This is the part where promoting and sponsorships come into play, right? Because if you're getting pennies, and then you also got to sell tickets, and it's just like you're doing a lot of work to not get a lot of money. If you get what I'm saying, that's really my point. You're doing a lot of work for not a lot of money, right? And it gets worse. This gets worse. See, a lot of Southern and Grambling people be talking about, oh, the Bayou Classic this, oh, the Bayou Classic that. It's really not all it's cracked up to be. Now, this is the thing where they get you. The Bayou Classic, this is for Wikipedia, right? Wikipedia says the Bayou Classic is a major source of revenue. $50 million to the city of New Orleans and the state of Louisiana. I'm going to tell you this. You got to know your worth. You can't explain to me how Gail Benson is not giving more money to both of these institutions. You are bringing in millions upon millions of dollars on these two schools, and you only paying them out 1.5 mil, 200,000, 150,000. Like, I talked to a Grambling alum early this morning, and I asked him, I said, he's kind of close to the situation. He said, Scotty, to be real, he said Grambling probably takes home about $180,000 from the Bayou Classic. I said, is this supposed to be the game that you don't want to move? This is supposed to be the game that you don't want to move because of the money that you're bringing in, and you can say you're only bringing in $180,000? This is what we doing? But you're worth $50 million to the state of Louisiana? You're worth $50 million. and you didn't even kidnap Chelsea Clinton. Okay, you're worth $50 million, and you're only getting, pennies on the dollar. You're getting turned over, bent over sideways with sandpaper. Do you hear me? So let me get this straight. You getting done bad by your own commissioner, and then on top of that, you're getting done bad by your state legislators, and then on top of that, you're getting done bad by the promotion people. These Bamas right here, NCCO, whatever they're called, Nico, whatever. They doing you dirty. Like, how does I don't understand how these Bamas are making 3 times the amount that you're making, and you're the talent. Now, don't get me wrong, the event management places always take the more risk, but how are they making 3 times as much money as you are? And then the funny thing is, this is a white corporation. It's just funny to me how much Bama's on here be talking about, Scotty, you love the white man. You want us to play white schools. You want us to do, but you guys are in business with white people. You can't have it both ways. You can't keep constantly complaining about, Scotty, oh, you in blue, all you guys talk about is playing white institutions. We love our black people. We love our black schools. But you're in business with white men. You're in business with white institutions, and they are dog raping you. They are dog sandpaper giving you the business. But that's okay because they're not a white school. They're not a what? What? So you tell me there's no black event company management that could have done, you know what? Never mind. Never mind. Oh, this is even better. Derek, it gets even better. Oh, don't let me stop now. Oh, don't let me stop now. You know what? Let me tell you how it gets better. Oh, let me tell you how it gets better. Word on the street. Let me tell you how it gets better. Word on the street is that the Bayou Classic, both these Bamas, they gotta pay NBC. They gotta pay NBC. They were paying NBC $1 million just to air the game. Now, mind you, it gets really good. Now, mind you, they got business majors on this. Now, I told y'all how business works. I can't pay you something that I'm not getting. So all you hear about is, Southern talk, Grambling and Southern talk about, oh my God, we're on national television. Oh my God, we're on NBC. Oh my God, oh my God. You're paying $1 million for NBC to show you. NBC is pimping you. How in the blue hell are you paying people? Oh my God. Oh my goodness. How are you paying people $1 million? You're not even making $1 million. How are you paying people $1 million to show you, and you're not even making $1 million off the stuff? Make that make sense. Make that make sense. Make that make sense. So now this is so crazy. So now you're bringing $50 million to the state of Louisiana. You're bringing $600 to $700K for the event company. You're bringing in millions for the hotel, and you're getting peanuts. You're getting peanuts. What? But what? What are we doing? How, Sway? How? What are we doing? You're losing money and you're paying to lose more money. It don't make sense. just to say, oh, we're on a nationally broadcast game. And the funny thing is, the thing that makes the most money is not even broadcast on national television. The band makes more money than the damn football game. Y'all won't even put that on television. So I ask you again, what in the blue hell are you doing? What are we doing? Listen, man, I've never claimed to be the sharpest tool in the shed. I've never claimed to be the most colorful crayon. I've never claimed it. But you cannot explain to me how you have business institutions on your campus and you're making dumbass deals like this. Oh, yeah, hey, NBC, you know what we're going to do? We're going to pay you a meal. And we just want you to show the game for 4 hours. Yeah, don't play because mind you paid for this time. You paid for this time. So you tell them what you want to happen. Let's be very clear about this. I want to be very clear about this. You paid for the time. That's like me going to a bowling alley and I pay for 4 hours to have the alley. I want number 1, I want number 2, I go 4 hours and I can do whatever I want. Okay, say less. So you paid for 4 hours of time. And in no bit of that time, do they show the bands? In no bit of that time do they show Battle of the Bands. At no point in time they show the halftime. NBC should be never broadcast for colors. That's what NBC stands for. Never broadcast for colors because it don't make sense. This does not make any sense. Boy. Call lines are open, 516-259-9041, 516-259-9041. And let me say this before I take a caller. Let me say this. All right.
You are the only participant in the conference. I'm
going to say this. The crazy thing about it to me is, you know what? I'm sorry. I'm going to have to just say it. Every president, call me what you want. Say I'm a Sambo. You can call me whatever. Every president on all these institutions, they dumb as hell. They're dumb as hell. And the reason I'm going to tell you you're dumb as hell, because your biggest moneymaker is the bands, and you don't even promote them. You would make 10 times the amount of money on the actual bands than you would ever make on a football game. And you guys, why doesn't the SWAC have an all-star SWAC Battle of the Bands? Why is there no SWAC Battle of the Bands? Make that make sense. Why do you have to have Honda to do something? Why can't, if you see the commissioner talk about all these football games, what he need to be focusing on is why you're not doing a SWAC Battle of the Bands. Tell me that. You got sponsorships for everything else. You can't get a sponsor for SWAC Battle of the Bands. You can't get Pepsi to sponsor that. Come on, Mr. Big Time. You can't get HBCU Go to sponsor that. Mr. Big Time. Yeah, make that make sense. Hey, caller, you lot, talk to me.
Scotty.
What's up, Mr. Martin? Talk to me.
Now do these people understand what I was talking about? When I said to stop being sharecroppers. Now, for all the people listening, let me explain to y'all Essence Festival. Essence Festival was supposed to be a one-time event to celebrate the anniversary of Essence. Then they made it an annual affair, but it was losing money like crazy. When they sold Essence to Time Inc., Time Inc. was like, yo, we losing too much damn money. We losing too much money, Scotty. Too much money. So they told Michelle Rice, yo, you got 1 year to fix this. Now remember, when Essence went to Hurricane Katrina? Remember that?
Yeah.
Here's what happened. They came back and Essence said, wait a minute. Essence is the most profitable annual event in the state of Louisiana. So Essence then said to Louisiana, yo, y'all don't cut us a better deal? We gonna move this sucker to Houston, Atlanta, or Charlotte, or somewhere else. So when Essence comes to town, is getting a portion of every hotel room booked for Essence Festival. So Essence is not just getting sponsorship dollars, they're getting a cut of the hotel rooms as well. That's why. Now remember, the festival accounts for 90% of the revenue of Essence Communications. See, the problem is, you said it, you got to know your worth. So if you're Louisiana, you're like, oh, hell no. We're not going to let the most profitable event in the state of Louisiana annually. Let me say that again, because I think people miss this. Essence Festival brings in more money to the state of Louisiana than the Sugar Bowl. I'm gonna let that just sit there just for a little bit. The Essence Festival brings in more money to the state of Louisiana than the Sugar Bowl. It brings in more money than Mardi Gras. It brings in more money. See, folk ain't understanding what I'm saying. The Essence Festival is the largest live event in America. It is bigger than the Indianapolis 500. So the point that you're making is, if you're Grambling or Southern, this is what Grambling or Southern should be saying. They should be saying to the city of New Orleans, you are now going to compete for the game. We're going to consider holding this game in Baton Rouge. We're going to consider holding this game in Shreveport. We're going to consider holding it anywhere. What we're not going to do is sit here and have a game that is not generating, to your point, $500,000 to $1 million per team profit, not gross profit. And so now, and see, this is what I keep saying to Black folks, how we have to learn to monetize our culture. When everybody was sitting here saying, oh, you're going here, you're going there. See, y'all understand, this is business. And see, I love these old loudmouth people like Homeless Player, says the man Roland who went to Texas A&M. You're damn right I went to Texas A&M. You know why I went to Texas A&M? Because my brother was there, and my sister was behind me. And my mama and daddy, who had never made more than $50,000 combined in their life, had 3 kids in college at one time. We were all on academic scholarship. You damn right I went there. And guess what? Even though I was the best student of communications at Jack Yates, and TSU was across the street, they never even recruited me. Prairie View never recruited me. And both of them were on our high school campus. So if you got a problem, I went to A&M, you can go to hell. Now, let me get back to what I was saying. This is monetizing our culture. I have said everybody has always made money off of Black people except Black people. And so what Grambling and Southern and whoever the event management company, they should be saying, hold up, restaurants, we want to cut a restaurant receipt. See, this hotel, we want to cut of that as well. Because if you are the economic generator, you should be generating economics.
Come on.
So all the people who are mad and upset, with they mad and upset with Dion and the Southern Heritage Classic in Jackson State, and they're mad. No, what did I say on my show? That every HBCU president and every board should be analyzing every single one of their contracts. Okay, a state fair classic. Here's the deal. Why is that game being played in the Cotton Bowl? How much are you generating? Grambling can't even bring a band to the State Fair Classic. What's the whole point? Guess what? Go over to Jerry Jones and say how much you'll give us to play this game in the Cowboy Stadium. Okay, you know what? Let's compete with it. Let's go over to Fort Worth and go to TCU and say, how about we hold this game on your campus in your stadium? Y'all, see, again, this is about how do you judge? Because guess what? If you're coming to the State Fair Classic, are you bringing fans? Are they staying in hotels?
Absolutely.
Okay, you gotta buy a ticket. You gotta buy a ticket to the State Fair Classic just to get to the football game. Who is that money going to? Is it going to the schools? Every classic that HBCU is playing at, they should be scrutinizing every single contract to say, if we're the draw, how much are we getting? This is about money. This is about revenue. This is about rebuilding athletic programs. This is rebuilding locker rooms and stadiums. That's what it comes down to. Check this out. I was at the past Bayou Classic. It was a trip because when the game was over, we hit like 4 or 5 spots trying to find the official after party of the Bayou Classic. There wasn't one. It was like a little party there. Mm-hmm. I'm sitting there saying, that's economic opportunity. It wasn't like everybody left town. See, again, at some point, and I keep saying this is not just about HBCUs. This is nearly every Black institution in America. Let me say it again. This is nearly every Black institution. It is HBCUs. It is Black media. It is Black churches. It is Black fraternities. It's Black sororities. It's our professional groups. We are not fully maximizing our revenue in what we do. We're not doing it. And so, and everything is not, look, I deal with white supremacy, but everything ain't white folks. It's also who do we have in charge and who are we hiring, who is consulting us? Are we hiring individuals? How about this here? Every single one of these HBCUs has signed a licensing deal. Question, who is the licensing company and how much are they getting? And if they're not licensing their products, then why they keep paying the company that has a licensing deal?
Come on.
Uh-oh. Let me say it again. Collegiate licensing. Who controls that? Who controls where that image is going? You, but on the show, the brother, the former athletic director at FAMU, they long ago signed off their licensing rights. They had nothing to do with that. That was an external group. It was Peak Sports. Ask the question here. How involved is HBCUs in Peak Sports? Uh-oh. Matter of fact, how about this here? Why don't you ask this question? How many HBCUs has Peak Sports actually personally visited? Take your time.
Don't worry, I'll wait.
So what we're doing is we are literally giving away our intellectual property. We are giving away our commodity. We are allowing other people to get paid and monetize our culture. Black America has the knowledge and the expertise to actually do it. We got to actually do it, bro. I have people telling me, man, yeah, you can't do that, Doc. You're not going to be successful. That's interesting. Quibi went out and raised $1.75 billion without a business plan, and they were out of business in 6 months. They got $150 million in advertising commitments, and they were out of business, Scotty, in 6 months. They launched during COVID. I'll be in business 4 years in September. We're still here in the black, profitable. Staff ain't never been paid late. So this is what people got to understand. And so what you're laying, I hope the people listening need to understand that this is about us reframing. See, they missed something you just said. You said, hold up. If y'all are paying NBC, that means you control the time.
Come on. Or whatever you want to be shown.
Let me slow this down for the people who are in the back who are not listening properly. It's called brokered time. In the TV business, how y'all think BET made its money when it first started? They weren't airing Sunday services for free. When y'all are watching Paula White preach on BET, that wasn't because BET was just putting her on. So she was paying for the time. If you turn to the word network, those preachers are paying for their time. When you turn to TVN, Daystar, they are paying for that time. So when you pay for the time, you put the programming on that long as it's not some crazy stuff, but you control the hour. So if you want to, if Scotty buys, listen people, if Scotty buys an hour on a network, and if Scotty says, I'm going to sit in a rocking chair and read a book for an hour out loud, they gonna say, Scotty, your direct deposit hit, please send us the programming. It's gonna run for an hour. You get to determine that. So the point you're making is, how are you paying for the time and then they control?
It don't make sense.
Oh, but do you have people with expertise in media who's properly programming your 4 hours? Now, here's the deal. They've been paying for a long time. See, now we're talking about vision. So you said it. How you not showing halftime? You put that in the whole deal. If we pay for 4 hours, y'all gonna show 20-minute halftime show. Why is NBC doing some other halftime show that ain't got nothing to do with the game, but you paying them for it?
Come on.
That's like saying, look, I was at Oprah's Legends Ball and the OJs performed. Now my man Ed Levert wasn't happy when she did this, but Oprah had laid out, listen to what I'm saying, y'all. Oprah and Gail had laid out the music that they would perform. Well, when they open up with a song, and it was a little slow, and Oprah was like, okay, that's the first song. Then they did another song. Oprah did it on the video. She was like, hold up, I don't want these slow songs. Yo, I was there. I was in the room. Oprah got up, went to the front and said, hey, no slow songs. Nothing, wasn't happy. But guess who was paying for the OJ? Oprah. And guess what they did? Play all fast songs in the conversation. When you're paying, you're controlling what is being done. And so what my desire is for black institutions, whether they're HBCUs, whether they're black fraternities and sororities, whether they are, and look, I'm a 3-time board member of the National Association of Black Journalists. I want us as black people to learn to not only know our worth, but demand our worth.
Absolutely.
And be willing to walk away.
Come on.
Because we know what our.
Now you preach.
That's what people understand. This is about business.
Hey,
this business, doc.
Simple.
This ain't.
You got to
Who
make
my
money.
friends are. This ain't what we've always done. This ain't history. This ain't the culture. This is business. And this, what you're describing, is why we have been historically broke. Because when you are paying NBC, what you're really saying is you need the white validation. You're walking around with your chest. Our game is on NBC. Hell yeah, it is. You paying? You don't pay for that. if the Bayou Classic is the premier game, you don't pay for that. You have somebody pay you. If somebody said, hey, no, look, I want to think about it. We're gonna put now. If you paying NBC, now see, here's where business comes in. Now, if you paying NBC, and then you are in control of the ad inventory, and then you are then selling those sponsorship packages, and you are making more money than you're paying, that's called smart business. But Scotty, you broke it down. If you paying more than what you getting back, that's called bad business. That's bad business.
Simple.
I had somebody, Scott, you know what? Somebody asked, I got hit the other day. Somebody said, hey, we want you to come cover this event in another city. I said, okay, this is how much it's gonna cost. We just thought you were going. I said, hold up. You do know if I'm coming with 3 crew members, that's 3 plane tickets as a baggage, because we got equipment, baggage fee, hotel fee. So you think I'm going to derive pleasure or benefit out of gracing your event with my presence, and therefore I'm going to make no money, and it's going to cost me money to be at your particular event? Now we're going to stay at home. No, Doc, this is business. This is business. And I want more of us to be thinking that way. And so I am hopeful. I'm hopeful that every HBCU is studying every contract. It's studying food contracts. They're studying pouring rights.
Come on.
They're studying every media deal. They're studying all of it. They're studying all of that. If you're paying somebody to stream your games or for the technology or even the cameras, you should be saying, well, hold on, how much those cameras cost? What are we actually giving up? What are we actually giving up, and what are we getting back in return?
Yep.
That's what the thinking should be, bro. It's business. It ain't black, it ain't white, it's green. And it ain't crypto. It's something I can actually look. That's right. Don't come in with no Bitcoin. I'm good. Dollars. Not change. Not change. Don't come. Oh, you can't. Don't send me no Bitcoin. No. I need to see. I want to know exactly what it looked like. No, I'm good. I'm good. And I just hope, Doc, that we get it. And I'm telling you, brother. And see all the people out there. See, I love whoever that fool was about. Oh, he went to Texas A&M. Let me just this is my last comment. I need the fools to understand what I'm talking about. My first intern was with a black newspaper. I've run 3 black newspapers. Founding editor of Tom Jonas' BlackAmericaWeb.com, black owned. News editor of Savoy Magazine, black owned by Vanguard Media. Produced a major broadcasting cable network, black owned. 13 years at TV One, black owned. 11 years at Tom Jonas Morning Show, black owned. This is my 13th black media experience. So when I say I'm operating in the black owned media space my entire career, so I have come into contact and covered all of these black institutions. Right now, the AME Church is being sued because they lost $90 million because the person who was over their pension fund was elected who had no financial experience whatsoever. $90 million of their pension fund lost. That's called bad business. We can go down the line. So what we're talking about right now, we literally witnessed in black organizations across the board. At some point, we've got to understand that, like I say, it ain't black, it's green, Doc. And unfortunately, too many of our institutions are sitting in the dark because we have people who are in leadership positions who have no business being there. They are nice people. Some people are not nice, but for the most part, they're nice people, but they don't have the expertise in the area.
Absolutely.
You do not hire a dishwasher to fix your car.
Absolutely.
You hire an approved mechanic to fix your car. You don't bring in somebody to fix your plumbing who don't know nothing about plumbing, but they might know a plumber. No, that don't mean nothing. It's expertise. And unfortunately, it's lacking in a lot of areas. We have it in the Black community, but it's not being positioned properly. So hope folks pay attention, my brother.
Oh, no problem. Appreciate the call, Mr. Martin, as always.
Not a problem, Doc. Be well.
You too. Woo! Listen, it's always hot. It's always hot when you get a Roland Martin to call it. You know it's spicy when Roland Martin says, "I got to call it," because it always starts with a chat comment, and then you know it's coming around full circle. But listen, at the end of the day, nothing. First of all, you're talking about a media legend, okay, a Black media legend, and the fact of the matter is that he's in the trenches. Okay, let's not act like he's not at these institutions giving commencement speeches. He's not on his own platform, Black Media Star Network. You can find it on YouTube, Roland Martin Unfiltered. Let's not act like he's not out here promoting black institutions, Black problems, Black issues, right? I keep telling y'all, Bamas, just because Bamas didn't go to HBCUs does not mean they don't care about Black people. The crazy thing is, Bamas that be going to HBCUs be the main ones turning around and butt raping their own institutions, doing stuff the wrong way. You try to keep the outsiders in, the insiders the one running out with your furniture. You out here trying to defend your front yard, they going out the back door. But you scared of the insiders though. You scared of the inside. Oh yeah, we don't want those outsiders. We don't want those outsiders. Okay. But when your insiders are doing just as bad, what is it all about? And my thing is this, going back to what Roland said about Essence Festival, right? Being one of the most profitable events in the state of Louisiana. The second part of that is this. How? I'm gonna say this again. How is Grambling in Southern not getting anything from the state of Louisiana? Listen, Gail Benson, okay, Miss married 3 times, got the third husband, died, and you got all his money. You need to come up off them pockets, man. I don't like to count your pockets, but you need to start investing because that Superdome be packed because of Black Bamas up in that jank. Get your stuff together. Get your stuff together, Gail. Get it together. They be like, oh yeah, Gail gave us millions. She need to give more millions. She got it. Hey, caller, you loud. Talk to me.
Hello?
Yeah, you loud. Talk to me. Turn your background down.
Oh yeah, man. I was just talking about. I just wanted to say something about with all that money, man. I think somebody getting kickback somewhere, and this stuff been going on for years and years. We sitting back here wondering. I didn't even know a lot of them schools was making that much money.
Man, got to. They not making no money. What that ain't no money. You talking about an institution getting paid $150,000? That's somebody's salary. That's
right, and that's the point I'm making. Like a lot of this stuff been opening my eyes up to it. I'm just saying, like Jackson State for one, all the fans and stuff they put in their stadium. Why would I go play a classic or whatever that is, and I can get all that money at home and stay at home and do?
Man, it is looking that way. It's really looking that way. Like I don't see. Like I know. Listen. Black people got to get out of tradition, okay? That's what happens at churches. That's what happens in family problems. It's called tradition. Oh, we've always gone to this church. We've always used that funeral home. We've always gone to this grocery store. We've always done it this way. But if it's not making money and you're always broke, something got to change. Something got to change.
Right. And to me, man, they making a lot of money. Them schools should be a lot better. That's just me.
Crazy. Absolutely, man. But I appreciate the call, man. Appreciate it so much. Hey, listen. The call number is 516-259-9041, 516-259-9041. Listen, we as black people love some traditions. And if we're being honest, we don't even really call it traditions. It's just this is what we do. You know, it's a black thing. Traditions are black things, right? Black thing. What do black people do? We take the grocery bags and we put them in a junk drawer, or we make a special space for them that it is. My mama did it. I'm doing it. My son probably gonna do it with his kids. That's just what black people do. When you back up and you're trying to parallel park, black people turn the music down. That's just what black people do. You know what I'm saying? Like every black mom said the same stuff. You want to go to McDonald's? You ain't got McDonald's money. That's just what black people do. Okay? That is just what there's certain things that that's just what black people do. But at some point in time, all right, at some point in time, you have to say, you know what? This ain't working. This ain't working. This is not working. Hey, caller, you live, talk to me.
What's going on, Scott? This is Gabriel from Memphis.
What's up, G?
Hey, man, you're putting it down tonight, player. And I said it before, and I say it again. All the presidents of the SWAC, I don't think they know what the hell they're doing. I think every last one of them need to be fired because this is ridiculous. How in the hell, like Roland said, they the damn talent, but they're paying NBC $1 million, and then they don't even show the damn halftime show. That's crazy. Crazy. Yeah. But anyway, man, I guess that's all I really wanted to say.
No, you're good.
I'm enjoying the show.
No problem, man. I appreciate the call as always.
All right. But anyway, man.
Hey, caller, you live, talk to me.
Hey, what's going on, Scotty? This is DeGratier calling out of Atlanta.
Talk to me.
So this show is fire tonight. It's fire tonight. And these are points that we've brought up in the past. I'm like, yo, there's so much culture at HBCUs that is valuable, right? You know, if we put various type of monetary models around each sub-component of our culture, of the culture at HBCUs, there's so much money to be had. I'm just happy to hear you say it. I'm just happy to hear Roland say it over and over and over again. I'm gonna try to be brief here. I got 30 seconds. So my goal is to take my son to every HBCU over the next 10 years. So I went and visited three HBCUs this weekend. I went to North Carolina A&T, I went to Bennett College, and I went to Barbara, Scotia. And it was sad for me to see that Barbara, Scotia in Concord, North Carolina is no longer an institution that's available for individuals. It was initially a school for colored women, and then it was integrated for men and women like the 50s or 60s, I can't remember. But anyway, the school got shut down, or the school ran out of money because of bad management of the leadership, the president at the college. So one thing I want to bring up to you and anyone in the audience is talk about gatekeeping. You know, we're talking about it now, talking about, hey, we're in these traditions and we can't get out of our old habits, but we also got some gatekeepers. So I want to bring it up. I want to ask you, what can we do to overcome some of the gatekeeping we see at HBCUs? Love the show. You're doing a great job. Thanks for what you're doing.
Hey, no problem, man. Appreciate the call, D. So this is my thing with gatekeeping is this. Gatekeeping is always a finicky business, right? Because you have gatekeepers who, when you hear the word gatekeeper, you naturally think of people who stop you, right? So, but you have gatekeepers who reach back. You know what I'm saying? You got people who are at the top of what they do and they reach back, they give back, they want to see the next person come up. Gatekeepers who have a hard time reaching back are no different than supervisors who don't want to train the next person. I want to be very clear. So don't think of gatekeeping as this big overarching person and me. No, gatekeeping is a supervisor at your job that does not want to tell you what he does. Right? Gatekeeping is a supervisor, is a coworker at your job who holds all the information because he's like, you know what? I got to be valuable. That's all gatekeeping is. When gatekeeping is when people are gatekeepers and they don't give the information, they don't reach out, right? All gatekeeping is that they want to feel special. I want to feel that everybody needs me, that nobody else can do this job. So you limit the possibilities of what one thing could be into multiple things, right? So it could be simply as, getting an idea and not being able to, somebody coming up new or whatever. If you're good at your job, you're good at your job. You should never be scared to train your replacement if you're good at your job. That's all I'm saying. If you're good at your job. But the way HBCUs need to stop gatekeeping, one, transparency. You can't gatekeep something that everybody can see that you effing it up. If everybody can see that you effing it up, you can't gatekeep on that. Okay. So let's not act like that's why I'm trying to get all these classic contracts. I'm going to show everybody that you're effing it up. That you're effing it all the way up. Okay. That's called transparency. Since you don't want to do it, I'm going to do it for you. Okay. I'm going to do it for you. That's my job. Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me.
What's good, homeboy? How you doing?
What's up, Kyle? Just talk to me.
Man, look, it's been a while since I've called in, but I need to tell you, this is a damn good show, bro. This is long overdue, and a conversation that I'm definitely happy that you're having.
Appreciate you.
Where do I start, man? This is an internal problem, and it's a culture problem that we have as a people. And I'm struggling dealing with it right now because Roland was 100% correct with everything that he said except for one thing. He mentioned it's about the green. And that's the only thing that I disagree with him about, because for me, and this is just for me, my opinion, but for me, the effort for the green is what has created an individualistic approach where we are constantly having to do stupid stuff the way we're doing right now in terms of managing our colleges and universities. The pursuit should not just be for the green, but the pursuit should be in our unity.
Okay, so
for us as a people, for us as a people, our wealth has always been in our unity. It has never been individualistic, because if you separate us, and you create this concept where one is going to take advantage of the other, because that's what happens. It becomes a competitive nature where I'm better than you. Take, for instance, I know you want to talk, but take, for instance, when you go to a hood. When you go to a black hood, how many churches do you see on one block?
Oh, about 4 or 5.
4 or 5. Now, think about in a 4-block radius. How many black churches you going to see in a 4-block radius in the hood?
Man, you easily 10.
Okay, 10, 15, 20. All right. In Jackson, you can probably double that. Now, look, we all love God. We're supposed to be collectively serving the same Elohim and having the same vision. But at the end of the day, we're not unified. That's the reason why you got 4 or 5 different churches, A&E, Tabernacle, Bethel, whatever you want to call it. How many times have you seen those churches unite for a common cause?
No, not many.
Not many. How many times have you seen those churches combine to put their financial experts or financial analysts together and say, we're going to buy up the block piece by piece?
Not many.
Now, but you do see building funds, and you do see individualistic initiatives and fundraising drive so we can beautify the church. So we got a building fund so our church can look better than the church down the block. But at the end of the day, your people still suffering. We come from the same hood, the same community.
But the ideology about I got it and you don't is what creates this mentality that we have. Unification should always be our key. Then the wealth will follow.
Okay.
But go ahead. You was about to say something.
So, I gotta take notes when, some things, because I don't want to forget my point. No. It's just for me, because I'll forget. Like, my girl knows I'm really bad to remember. Listen, there's a scripture that says, "For the love of money is the root of all evil." It's not money. It's never been the actual dollar. It's the love of it, right? So the rush, the grind, the go get it. Because money can save, money can inspire, money can get people out of circumstances. So if you have the unification, but one person it has a different drive than the other person, or somebody's heart is different than the other person, then that's where you get the division from the unification. So it's kind of hard, and this is the part that I'm gonna throw it back to you. I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna throw it back to you. The part that you have to understand, even when you're talking about churches, is ideology, right? So if me and you could say, yes, good example, Malcolm X and Martin Luther King, both wanted black excellence. Both wanted black people to come up. They wanted to do it two different ways, right? So that's the problem when you have multiple churches, is that everybody doesn't agree how to get it done. So if you can't come under one umbrella to say, hey, we're going to do it like this together, and people don't agree to that, you know what I'm saying? That's one way. And then the other way, my grandfather used to always say, there's more than one way to skin a cat. So just because it might look differently doesn't mean it's always at the test of us as a culture or as a people. I think you have to go more individually when you're talking about heart changes and why people go after the money and what it means to them, because money to somebody could mean the ability to help, and then somebody from the other one can be the stunt. So it's two different things. But go ahead.
No, you make a valid point. And since you brought up Malcolm and Martin, let me provide you the other side of that coin if you weren't aware of this. Malcolm had a philosophy that we needed to build our unity from within our communities. That means we establish unity in our own communities, and we do for our own. We buy, sell, grow, develop amongst our own. Malcolm thought it would be more collective if we were part of the society as a whole. But later on in life, there was two distinct differences between Malcolm and Martin. But later on, Martin actually recognized that Malcolm was right, because in a speech, maybe about 2 weeks before his untimely death, you know what Martin said in a speech? He said, "I fear I have put my people in a burning house." That was profound. And so I look at that and I'm like, that means that Martin actually knew what the whole goal was, that Malcolm was actually right as a people. And this is, I can't say this for everybody, but I can only say this for us. We have a problem. We have a dysfunctional sociological mentality that it's two parts. It's because of our disobedience to our Elohim. And the other part is because we have been ascribing to follow ways that are not to our own benefit. The things that we do collectively is not to our advantage to survive and to progress as a people.
I think,
but that's it.
No. Listen, Conscious, I'm not, and I totally agree wholeheartedly with you that we don't take our value of what we can do on our own seriously. This is the thing though, right? When you have people of power who aren't okay with stepping back from the situation, right? So what I mean by that is when you need that validation, because think about it, it's like this, right? If I'm an HBCU school, it's like this. Do I see, am I playing the long game or am I playing the short game? And the short game is, okay, I'm gonna get on ESPN because I want these players to come to HBCUs. That's the short game. The long game is saying, you know what? Let's step back from ESPN. Let's see what we can build on our own, because we're going to get players. I don't give a damn what nobody's talking about. Players are going to come to HBCUs because if you spend 10 minutes on a freaking campus, you're going to be like, yo, this is different. You know what I'm saying? It's not for everybody. It's not for everybody. but it's different. So you're not gonna you might lose out on 1 4-star, but you could get a 3-star. Like, you got to look at the bigger picture of, we're trying to grow our own stuff. We're trying to grow our own garden. We're trying to cultivate our own lawn instead of keep watering everybody else's grass, and then our grass is dying. So you got to play to me, HBCUs have to start playing the long game to say, you know what? We need to take a step back from ESPN. We need to take a step back from these these billion corporations that are not paying us our value, and find other ways to get our value within ourselves and within our own community of, who do we know? That's when you start saying, hey, who do we know? FAMU, who do you know in a high level position that can help us do this? Hey, Jackson State, you got a journalism program down there. Who do you know that can do this for us? And that's what you got to step back and start doing. And that also includes allowing Black students who have come from Stanford, Yale, Wisconsin, Maryland, Duke, being a part of the movement, because that could be something they like, man, I always wanted to go to a Black institution. I always wanted to be able to give back, and this is my way to give back. And I just think that playing the long game in this term and decade works for, for what you're trying to go in the future.
No, I agree with that. I agree with that. That vision is short-sighted with our leadership across the board in HBCUs, because if it wasn't short-sighted, we wouldn't be in the position that we are right now. So that I will agree with. But I want to end this because I don't want to be, I'm already been here long enough. People are probably complaining and such. But at the end of the day, it's important for us to understand that collectively, again, I said this when we was talking about the North Carolina A&T deal. We have always been stronger together. I don't want people to ever forget that. When you're looking at, for example, when you're looking at a farmer planting his seeds to basically produce offspring so that he can sell, he doesn't have individual seeds in his pocket. He has a collective bag of seeds that he can go to spread whenever he wants to. And these seeds generate eventual wealth. My challenge to our Black brothers and sisters, and even my white brothers and sisters who get it, who have a like-minded mentality and get what we're saying, is that it's time for us to start within. Judgment comes to the home first, and that's scripture. So I need for us to be aware that we can continue playing these games if we want to, trying to follow ways that are not going to be beneficial for our people. But in the long game, in the long run, we're going to face some huge consequences because of their disobedience. It's time to step up, folks.
Absolutely.
We got to get it done.
Hey, appreciate the call.
All right, later, bro.
No, anytime. Appreciate the call, Conscious. Hey, listen. All right, let me say this, man. I'm gonna get to you, Coach Green, real quick. IBD info jag. I don't know what that crap stand for. All right, listen. Nobody has a problem with the Celebration Bowl, right? We understand what it's for. Listen to what we're saying. We understand what it's for. We understand what's for the money. The thing that it flips on both sides is this is our problem. You can't say how great you are in FCS when you're only limited to playing your own stuff. That's my only 2 cents. I'm going to leave it at that. I don't give a damn what you're talking about. I don't care about Black unit, all that. Yeah, I get it. I'm in football. Because you guys love to do that shit. Yeah, be like, oh, Scotty don't like people, Black people. No, in football, a sport, a gladiator sport, you cannot say you're the best on the block and you haven't beat everybody on the block. Or you won't go across the street and beat nobody. You beat everybody on your stoop and you won't go across the street. I can't give it to you. That's my only point.
You won't go across the street.
Hey, Coach Green, you allowed to talk to me.
What's up, man?
Yeah.
Hey, another thing, man, when it comes to schools financial, one thing you want to also look at is each school endowment.
Turn your back down. Turn your background. Turn your background down. Turn your background down.
It is not.
Oh, something's in it. It sounds loud, but go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, you probably hear, because I'm in my office and it got my office right next door to the weight room.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
In there while they listen. But yeah, you might want to look at the endowment to see where schools are at financially, because sometimes when you look at that endowment, that tells you a lot. That tells you a lot because, you have schools who endowment is like in the single digits. And that's not good if you're in the single digits.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something you might want to also look at, because that tells you a whole lot of why their funding might be where they funded at. Because I know, like, with Alabama State, almost like 80 million in endowment, something like that. So that's something you might want to look at. Now, as far as you was talking about the Celebration Bowl. Now, say what you were saying again about the Celebration Bowl and the FCS playoffs.
I just said the Celebration Bowl is for money. The only issue I have with people who keep thinking that just because you're a Celebration Bowl winner means you're the best thing in the FCS. It's not true, because you didn't play nobody. You know what I'm saying? You didn't play everybody. You just played who you were supposed to play, and you won. So if it's for money, I don't have a problem. Yeah, get your million, get your 1.5, whatever.
Technically, you don't play everybody in the FCS playoffs either.
But you have to play people to get to become a national championship. You have to play a playoffs. Yeah. So even in the sense of okay, so that's what I'm saying. So you're not playing anybody outside of what you already know. You're the only person you're playing that's different is MEAC, and you probably played them in an out of conference game. So it's not even like, what are we really talking about? You're not going outside of. But that's neither here nor there. That's not this conversation. It's not this conversation.
But you know what? With the 2022 out of conference, the 2022 out of conference schedule, it makes the SWAC look much better, though.
Other than Southern, but go ahead.
Hey man, why
that's not the conversation. But go ahead. You got something on the conversation,
bro? Man, I'm mad at you now, bro.
I'm just saying that's not what happened. Y'all got a weak ass schedule. Everybody knows that.
You did not have to bring that part up, though.
But that's what it's true. It's facts. You got a weak schedule.
I know that, but you had to remind me and everybody on your show.
Hey, 295 people. If you go look at Southern's schedule, it's trash. It's as soft as Charmin.
Doing so good, bro.
Do you have anything to say on the topic? If not, I will let you go, sir.
I'm gone, man, because we was doing so good. We ain't even argue.
Got to go.
Oh, man.
Hey, what's up, Smash? Talk to me.
We ain't even argue.
Go ahead, get Smash.
What else, Scotty, man?
No,
hey, man, this is crazy because a lot of this stuff I ain't saying we already knew, but it's like when y'all bring up that band situation, I'm always go there. By the way, they did show the halftime show in NBC, but I did not know that they was paying for the advertising. That's crazy. But I want to go back to when we were talking about with the commission and stuff like this about when we're gonna start getting the national the battle of the bands for the SWAC. They did one in 2013, but it was right after the damn SWAC championship, and everybody was tired and ready to go home. You know what I'm saying? Which is crazy, but I've been saying that. But the Southern standard will not be tolerated. Now this is good content, Scotty. I called in on everybody's show. We all in our ass. I gotta make sure I call in, you know what I'm saying, to take mine on the chin. But I would definitely like to see what happened, that gap between 13 and now. But I see the beauty of it is, you know what I'm saying, we got 1 year left in the contract. So I'll be looking forward to seeing what negotiations is gonna be happening after that year. You know
Absolutely.
So what you think about that, going forward since the contract up is in 2024? What you think the should happen, or do you think it's possible to get a new contract with all of this attention on HBCUs now?
Absolutely, Smash. Absolutely. Listen, man. Listen. You got to look at these old contracts like baby mamas, right? They in your rear view. Listen. They got you when they got you, but now they in your rear view. When you get a new contract, you get a new girl, you get it right. You know what I'm saying? When you have baby mama, you're like, yo, you know what? I jumped in it too quick. You know what I'm saying? I was doing it for the rush. But now you older, you wiser. You you know what? I need to go find me a good woman. You know what I'm saying? I got to go find me a good woman, somebody I can settle in, marry, do all the right stuff with. So that's what these contracts need to be. You need to look at these mamas like baby mamas, be you know what? They got me. You know, they got me when they got me, but I'm good. I'm moving on. You know what I'm saying? But my thing though, Smash, real quick, bro. Why is the SWAC not doing mini battle of the bands, right? So yeah, you have it. Okay, so people could be like, Scotty, yeah, we do it at the game. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about off season. You know what I'm saying? Why can't they be like, at the end of the season, a big cornucopia of SWAC bands coming together and do a SWAC battle of the bands? Why can't these things happen? Why can't they be, off-season band stuff? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm confused. I just want to kind of get your opinion on that.
Man, I remember one time, as soon as FAMU made that announcement that they was coming to the SWAC, I remember the commissioner saying something like, now we can do more with classic games. Now we can do more with the bands, man. Y'all don't be caring about it. They don't be caring about the bands as much as they say and as they should. It's only when somebody new comes in and does something that they see monetary value, they always want to parade us around, but they don't want to get a band just due. Like, if you can have an episode with band directors, they probably wouldn't get on because they won't keep their job. But to talk about how much money we don't get, man, that's crazy in itself. But like with the Bayou Classic as a whole, we've been complaining about like why doesn't the Bayou Classic Battle of the Bands that happens that Friday night doesn't have its own thing, and why don't the bands really get a lot of that money? Contracts, you know what I'm saying? So we've been calling it, and the sad thing about it is everybody like you, the first one to say this, my Bayou Classic ain't going nowhere. It's like somebody just made a joke and say they may renew this contract. It ain't going nowhere. It's not, but it does raise the eye when, like Roland Martin says, why don't we get money from like the hotels and stuff like that? That's the interesting fact. Now I want you to get that damn Sugar Bowl contract, because I know the Sugar Bowl will be popping, but if the Bayou Classic bring New Orleans $50 million, I want to know how much that Sugar Bowl bring them, and if they could work out something to whereas like the Sugar Bowl getting hotel money, I think we could do the same thing. But about the Battle of the Bands, I don't know why, but they don't care until they start seeing the value in it. But who knows? They might, with all this attention the HBCU is getting, they may try to do one soon. So I don't know.
All right. And see, people keep saying Honda Battle of the Bands. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a SWAC battle. I'm not talking about y'all. How people don't be comprehending shit. Like, I'm not talking about a national battle of the band. I'm talking about you have probably the 4 or 5 biggest bands in the land, fam.
Nah, don't do that. Don't do that.
For me, that's what from my knowledge, right? So you got the Boom, you got the Human Jukebox, you got FAMU, you know what I'm saying? You got Grambling. That's 4 right there. You know what I'm saying? So make it make sense that you can't do your own thing within your own your own demographic or your own backyard and make it pop. I don't understand it. So
God, this may be something crazy, but I'm low-key scared to see him even try, because with all the shifty stuff that's going on now, man, I'm scared. I would rather keep these outside companies coming in and doing it, because they try to do it. They're gonna start putting stipulations, and the school might not even get most of the money they deserve, man. So we'll see. That's another conversation for another day. But you have some good points, Scott. I had to just call in and take mine on the chin, but Southern University to the devil, man.
All right, man. No problem. Appreciate it. No. See, Major, you got to listen, Major, and you be in here hard, so I appreciate you, man. But Major, you got it backwards. McDonald's didn't screw you. The contract that you negotiated. Listen, people got to understand. You don't get screwed unless you sign a contract where they screwing you over. If you don't understand finances, that's how you get screwed. Stop blaming the corporation for screwing you over. They are negotiating. Listen, man. Let me give you negotiating 101. One company wants what's the best interest for them. The other company wants to make the best interest for them. Negotiating is trying to meet in the middle. If you're not good enough to either meet in the middle or have it go your way, you get screwed. Don't blame McDonald's. McDonald's didn't do nothing to y'all. Y'all signed them whack ass deals, man. Stop blaming people. Hey, Carter, you live talking to me.
Don't blame McDonald's.
What's going on, man? This is David. Love what you're doing, Scotty. I'm catching up, but it's kind of wild because I literally was having a conversation on Twitter talking about the fact that they should move the game. This is before I started catching up on the show tonight, that they need to move the Bayou Class, and I was getting so much resistance. And I'm like, you guys are telling me you're making all this money, but it looks like the numbers say otherwise. And you're paying millions. You're paying millions to be on NBC, and you're not even making that. Go ahead. Nah, it's just like I was doing some real. I'm like, man, A&T's making $240,000 to play North Dakota State. Like, so like that's more than what folks from the Bayou classes are making. Grambling and Southern's making. And that's the thing that's kind of wild to me. Like, if you're gonna have that game there, and you're not really making anything.
you better off just doing it in one of the stadiums. You'll probably get more money for the schools that way.
Yeah.
You know, and just stream it somewhere. Because, like, and then when you say NBC was paying them, oh, that's wild to me. They're not even on NBC proper anymore.
No, I think it's on NBC Sports. So I think you gotta like have the app or pay. I don't know. You gotta pay something. You gotta pay for a package or something.
You gotta have the sport. You gotta have the sports package.
Come on, man. So you paying them millions of dollars to put you behind a paywall. All right.
Oh.
Come on, man.
But I think they need to move it. I think they need to move the game when the contract's up. I really do. I know they probably can't until then, but they need to consider moving the game.
I agree.
But it makes me wonder, I'm wondering how much the Duke's Mayo Classic is making for A&T and Central, who they're playing this year.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see what that looks like. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like that they're getting more sponsors. They're getting some stuff in there, but I definitely want to see what that looks like. That Duke Mayo Classic with it, North Carolina Central and A&T.
Yeah, I'm curious to see it. And they're doing it in Charlotte, so I'm kind of
nice.
intrigued to see because they're playing it at Panther Stadium. So I'm kind of intrigued to see what the payout is for that.
I am. I definitely am as well. I'm gonna be doing a request for that one too. Hey man, appreciate the call though.
All right, have a good one.
All right, you too, man. Listen, once again, you Bamas. Listen, man. This is why you Bamas be making me sick. You see the numbers. You see you ain't making no money. That's like saying, you know what? I'm not leaving my job. I'm like, bro, like you're struggling to put gas in your car. I don't care. I'm not leaving my job. Bro, you're not making the money you think you're making. So you won't listen. Dealing with y'all is so frustrating. If I was any company or corporation, why would I negotiate with you? Why would I give you anything if you're already set in your mind you ain't going nowhere? I know you ain't going nowhere. They know you ain't going nowhere. Why do I negotiate with you? Because you're so stuck in your tradition. Oh, we're not moving the game. Oh, we're not going anywhere. We're not going to move it. If you're not going to move it, then why would I give you anything? What leverage do you have? What leverage do you have? What you gonna tell me you made $50 million for me? Okay. I mean, but you've been making $50 million for me. That ain't nothing new. So what you going, man, y'all gotta stop, bro. Like that, but y'all want to talk about people. Y'all won't even change your own mind. You won't even change how you think it. As soon as I drop them numbers, y'all Bama should have been like, yo, Scotty, listen, bro. Hey, I don't know what we got to do. I don't care where we got to take it, but I don't give a damn who offering whatever it is to get more money. But this is foolishness. This is foolishness. So this is what you're telling me. This is what you're saying to me. If Jerry Jones came up to you and said, yo, we'll give you a 4-year contract. Oh, they play on Thanksgiving, so that can't happen. If a institution of a sponsor, Microsoft, let's say Staples or Best Buy came to you and said, yo, we'll pay you $4 million to play it at, at the top of Louisiana. I don't give a damn. Somewhere in the top of Louisiana or Beaumont, Texas, or Lake Charles. Play it at Lake Charles. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. You're going to be like, oh, no, we're not moving that. That's dumb. You sound dumb. You know what I'm saying? Straight New York on you. That's dumb. Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me.
Hey, Scotty. It's Justin out of D.C., man. How you doing?
What's up, man? Talk to me.
So I think the same is almost, across the board with these deals, and it's starting to look like the old guard because of some of these guys may have large amounts of friends or colleagues they went to college with working at these major corporations. They just want to get the hookup deal and just say, hey, I hooked it up with my friends or whatever, and we got them to do this or whatever for this little amount of money. When on the back end, it's like, okay, you need to help more and get more revenue generating. It's just like the last caller said, like, if you could probably get it at one of these, smaller venues, you'd be able to generate a lot more money, especially at the gate. Can you tell me what your thoughts are on that?
Listen, man, as long as you get money, listen, let me, and I agree with you. Let me say this. What the commissioner was trying to do with the SWAC Classic makes sense. He just couldn't pull it off because he didn't know what he was talking about, right? Because he effed it up. If a school can walk into a game without attendance and get $1.5, $2 million each without caring about who's in the stadium, I don't give a damn if it's just your parents in the stadium. Get your money, play the game, and move your happy ass on. You know what I'm saying? Like that just is what it is. Get your money, because you can't cry to me and talk about, oh, Scotty, we can't do that because of the money. Then somebody offers you the money, like, well, Scotty, well, we ain't gonna get nobody's gonna be there. Which one do you want? Which one is more important? The money or somebody actually being at the game? Which one does it matter?
I have another question also.
Go ahead, talk to me.
So do you think, and I don't want to stir a beehive here, do you think some of these semi-professional or Greek organizations might be getting in the way?
I think like with higher level administrations, you get those guys that are alphas and Qs or whatever, and they do stuff for other Qs and other alphas. Now, it might benefit in some factor, it might hurt on some factor. So I can't speak to the totality of it all. You know what I'm saying? I have seen where somebody's a noob, so he hires another noob, i.e. Southern. Somebody's a Q, they hire another Q, i.e. Alabama State. You know what I'm saying? So it happens. Right. I just don't know if it's so
to that magnitude.
Yeah, to where it's messing up everybody's money. I can't say to that extent. That's all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. All right, man. Appreciate you. Thank you.
No problem. Peace. It doesn't. Attendance does not matter. I'm gonna say that again. If you're doing, listen. The room to grow. Listen. The room to hear. Okay. The room to listen. Listen. The audience doesn't matter if you're getting paid what you need. Okay. I don't give a damn. So you rather have 60,000 in the stadium getting paid $100K. So can somebody make that make sense to me? You rather be in a stadium, because mind you, we're talking about promoted games. We're not talking about home and home games. We're not talking about SWAC, regular SWAC conference game. We're talking about classics. Listen to me very carefully. We're talking about classics, right? So you rather have a classic to where you got 45,000 in the stands and you getting paid $100K. Attendance matters, Scotty. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. All right. I mean, hey, to each his own. I don't subscribe to that, but to each his own. Hey, caller, you loud. Talk to me.
What's up, Script? It's Wilson, man.
What's up, Will? Talk to me.
Hey, man. Look, just a couple of things. Look, these last couple of sessions on these contracts, I'm really ready to raise the black flag and like burn it all down. I don't understand what being a part of the SWAC gets any one of the member institutions, right? So those bylaws are trash. The conference isn't incentivized to do anything for the school, right? They get 40%, whether they suck or they do good. Whether they sugar shit, they get 40%. You know what I'm saying? It don't really matter.
Fact.
If the conference negotiates the deal, right, and it's amenable to all parties involved, then the conference gets a different cut. If the school negotiates their own deal and we all got to pay back to the collective, that's cool. But that's to me, that's an 85-75, 85-15, 75-25 cut. I ain't giving you 40. What did you do?
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
See,
and then I'm sorry.
Yeah. So Wilson, what that clause is for is because of what Texas did to the Big 12. That's what they're scared of, right? So they're scared of Jackson State, Grambling, FAM, these big institutions getting a big media deal and not having it to share with the SWAC conference. So now you hood rich driving on 22s, you bouncing, and everybody else around you like, dog, we still in Honda Accords. Like, this how you gonna do us? Like, that's that's what the SWAC is doing it for.
It'll look like HBCU campus after tax refund. I got it, but look, check it out though. But the thing is, who has ever opted out of a good business deal, that's benefiting them?
Yeah.
If the way you solve that is you go and you earn your keep.
You don't have to worry about that. Texas did that to the Big 12. I bet you the Big 12 wasn't doing anything for Texas. And Texas said, you know what? I'm out. The same way FAMU and Bethune-Cookman did to the MEAC. You know what? We out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the only thing with that. The other thing, too, is if we say our football is different, right? And really what we're talking about is a product on the field.
Facts.
Then the SWAC really needs to start thinking about standardizing. And if I'm the commissioner, I'm not trying to run the schools and do all this kind of getting this minutia. What I'm trying to do is standardize the product. Right, I'm Frank Lucas from the sidewalk saying don't put bad stuff out. Right, your broadcasts have to be to a certain standard. We gonna outline what that is. The pricing for it all.
I like that. I like that.
If you out there signing contracts, then I'm looking for certain amenities. I don't want to hear about either one of my member institutions participating in the game and you paying for lodging and meals.
I like.
We don't do that.
Wilson, now Will, see, now you're preaching, right? So now you're getting into,
you know what I'm saying?
Now
that's the brand.
See, that's the thing.
That's the
I like that. I like that. I like that. If the commissioner was smart enough, I'm gonna leave it at that. If the commissioner was smart enough, right? What you would do was you would get a consultant, you would have him come in, and he would negotiate all classic contracts. And you would say this, hey, the stipulation I would do is this. The schools ask for the money or whatever, but these are non-negotiables. If they don't pay for the band, if they don't pay for the lodging, if they don't do this, we're not signing that deal. You should have a standard of a negotiation. But when the head guy can't negotiate nothing, right? How the other people gonna do something?
Right.
But go ahead. I like that, Will. I like that. I like that a lot.
No, that's it. I mean, if it's a product, then you protect the brand by protecting the quality and trying to increase the quality of the product and let the schools do their thing. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Instead of trying to get down in the minutiae and saying who can do this and who can do that. And then once you see you doing good business, I'm more apt to listen to you.
Absolutely.
Hey, licensing. How about we all go in together on a licensing deal so everybody can get nickel and dime? And so if a Southern gets a awesome deal, say, hey man, I got this dude offering me this. Okay, talk to the office so we can get it for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna have those schools, the Valleys, the UAPBs, and sometimes some of the big schools they have down times when they go down, but that's how you keep anybody from getting underwater. I mean, the last time is everybody was talking about with traditions, but look, traditions are only traditions when they increase who you are and increase, your way to get to your further road down, your further position down the road. If it's not doing that, it's just a habit. You know what I'm saying? It's just we're doing the same thing we've been doing.
Absolutely.
I remember and sometimes you do it when you don't know any better, you don't remember anything different. I remember when Jackson State and Tennessee State was a home and home game. Right. And it was just as many people in Jackson as it was. We used to go to Memphis. Then we went to Nashville one time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But so the attendance ain't going to change. If the game is a game and the game is popping, it's not going to change.
Facts.
People show up. Right. So that's all, man. We just gotta hold everybody accountable to the point, like you say, hey man, I can do bad by myself. I'll walk off.
Come on.
But hey, it's straight. I appreciate the show.
No problem.
Man.
Hey, no problem. Hey, listen, I want to be very clear, man. Shout out to Will. That was a great point of having a standard, setting a standard. But see, this is the thing. You have to be able, listen, it takes a very confident person, woman or man, to say, hey, I don't know. It's okay to say, I don't know. It's all right. A lot of CEOs don't know everything, okay? So just because you're the head guy doesn't make you the know-it-all. The head guy is, are you smart enough to know what you do know and to know what you don't know? That's what makes a smart guy a smart guy. Hey, listen, man. They talking to me about stocks and bonds. Man, I don't know shit about no stocks and bonds. I'm gonna go hire me somebody that knows about some stocks and bonds. Yeah, they be like, hey, Scotty, hey, man, we talking about sports. Oh, we talking about sports? Oh, that's me right there. Listen, what you talking about? You talking about football and basketball? Oh, yeah. I'm your man. Oh, you said cricket? Oh, no, I don't know nothing about no cricket. No, I don't know nothing about. I can't sell you on no cricket. I ain't even gonna lie to you. That's the one with the flat bat. Nah, I can't do nothing for you. Oh, nope. Can't do nothing for you. Babe, can you close that door because it's gonna be an echo? So that I can't do for you. You know what I'm saying? So this is my thing, right? This is what makes it so bad for all you Southern and Grambling Bamas out there talking about, oh, Scotty, we own our game. You own your game and you're still getting done wrong. You own it and you still can't do shit right. You proud of that? Scotty, we own our game. You proud of that? You proud of that? That's what you proud of that. You so proud that you own your own game and you can't do nothing right. But at least we own it, Scotty. You own it so well that you're paying NBC $1 million to show a game that you're not making $1 million on. But you own it. But you own it. Congratulations, Southern and Grambling. You played yourself. Congratulations, you played yourself. That doesn't make any sense. Oh, we own our game, Scotty. You own it so well that you owning it all the way into the red. Congratulations, you played yourself. Hey, Coach Green, you live.
You owning it all the way.
All right, I'm stepping in for the commissioner, man, because you keep on giving this commissioner a bad rap for stuff he had nothing to do with.
Man, you must be related to him. Jesus Christ.
Hey, cause hey, gotta have somebody to just step in and since you
I don't think the commissioner wants you though. I don't think the commissioner will want you. But go ahead. Listen. I don't think he would. I don't think he would want you. But go ahead.
Because you blame him for something that he had nothing to do with. Right. You constantly throwing him under the bus, but it is not him.
Yeah, you're right. Who is it? Who is it?
When it comes to the Bayou Classic, that's nothing to do with him.
I didn't say it was.
You right?
I didn't say. Yeah, I never said it was him.
You just talking to somebody say the SWAC commission got to make a better deal with the Bayou Classic.
That's not what I said. That's not what I said. I never said that. I said, the guy said the commissioner should have a standard in contracts. I said, yes, that would be dope if he got a business consultant that said, hey, I'm gonna review all the contracts, and if these are non-negotiables, that should be a standard to each contract. I said that would be smart on the commissioner's part to say, hey, we're gonna standardize everything that comes through the SWAC and make sure it's all good to go. I said, but when the head guy can't negotiate shit right, then I don't want you looking at my paperwork. You can't do your own paperwork right. But go ahead. That's what I said. I said what I said.
You really can't say he haven't done nothing right, because I know you were trying to put that Birmingham junk on, with the thing he was trying to set up in Birmingham. But you got to look at Jackson State and Southern ADs and presidents came to him and say, hey, can you give us a spot to play, play that game?
Coach Green, I would not want you as a lawyer. I just want you to listen. Listen, you are horrendous. So you're telling me that so Jackson State and so you're going to blame the two schools that came to you. You're going to blame them for asking the commissioner to say, hey, schedule this game, when he already knew the Southern Heritage Classic was on the same day he put the UAB Classic on? What?
Whoa, he did not schedule the game. He just found the venue to play the game.
At the same time the Southern Heritage Classic was being played. What sense does that make?
He only did what they asked. If somebody asks you to have a venue set up just in case we play this game, so you mean to tell me, oh, I ain't gonna set it up because y'all ain't gonna play this game anyway. I'm gonna have it set up, but if it don't happen, it don't happen. And it didn't happen. So how you gonna put that on him when they asked him to find a venue and he found the venue in Birmingham?
Coach Green, I'm gonna ask you this: how many days are in the year?
Dude, you ain't even got to do. I'm just gonna
ask you. I'm gonna ask you a question. I'm just gonna ask you a question. How many days are in a year? How many days? Are you gonna answer my question? 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 Because I can hang up on you. Are you gonna answer my question? Are you gonna answer my question? How many days are in a year, Coach Green? That's all I'm asking.
We don't
365 days are in a year. 366 on a leap year. So you got 364 other days to find a game that is not the same day as the Southern Heritage Classic, and that's the day you pick. Really? And you're the commissioner of the SWAC League, and that's the day you picked.
Dude, they came to him with that. He only did what they asked.
Coach Green.
If you work,
Coach Green.
if you work on behalf of
Coach
somebody
Green.
and they ask you to do something,
Coach Green.
you
Stop
work
it.
for somebody
Sir,
before?
stop it.
You ever work for
Stop
somebody
it.
before?
Stop it, Coach Green.
You ever work for somebody before?
Coach Green, listen. Coach Green, listen. You're about to get hung up on. Listen.
All right.
The Southern Heritage Classic is a contract that runs through 2023. Okay. So you knew as a commissioner, you should know that I cannot schedule a game on the same day as my other team, which has a contract. You know what contract means, right? Okay, I just want to make sure that a contract with another school on the same exact day. That is on the commissioner, sir.
No. Again, you work for somebody before, right?
Go ahead, Coach Green. Yeah, I work for somebody else.
You work for somebody before,
You're right, Coach Green. Go ahead, go
right?
Go ahead.
All right. Even though your boss may be wrong and he tell you, I want this scheduled for this day, and you be like, but y'all got this on this day. And the boss say, no, I need you to have this set up. You gonna tell your boss no?
Once again, you blame your boss for the sir, like, come on. You blame your boss for the you blame your boss. You blame the commissioner.
Who the commissioner work for? Right? Who the commissioner work for?
I can't believe I'm really gonna have to put you on. I'm just gonna have to put you on the block. It just this don't make no sense. I'm really this don't make no sense. I thank you for the call, Coach Green.
Because I disagree with what you're saying.
You're not disagreeing. You're not making sense, sir. Listen to what you're Coach Green.
I say who the commissioner work for.
Who gave you what degree do you have? So I gotta understand this logic that you're using because it's not making any sense.
No.
It's not making any sense.
Ask my question. Who do the commissioner work for?
He works for the presidents.
Okay.
What are you saying?
So if they ask him to have something set up, just in case
the presidents didn't ask him. The president, first of all, the presidents didn't ask him. That's number one. So you're wrong on that one. That's why you can't be nobody's lawyer. Number two, the ADs went to him. The ADs went to him and said, hey, we can't. I know that for a fact, sir. I know that for a fact. The ADs went to him and said, yo, we can't come up with a day. Can you help? How do you help? By scheduling on the same day of another game that the team has a contract in. Coach Green, you got to be smoking some of the strongest stuff in the world.
This is the part you missing. They said that and told him and say, oh, we not going to play this game. They told him that. Oh, we not going to play this game, so have this date set up. They told him they wasn't going to play.
Thank you, Coach Green. I appreciate you calling in. Thank you so much. Yo. Somebody help me. Am I speaking Japanese? Am I speaking like I mean maybe listen, I keep saying I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed, nor am I the most colorful crayon. But you cannot make me believe that you do not blame the person who gave you the conflict of interest. You're not going to blame the person who scheduled the game on the same day as another game was supposed to be played. Listen, I pray for anybody that Coach Green ever like advocates for. I pray for them. Ooh, Lord, and my prayers don't go nowhere. Okay, so I don't even think that's going to help. Lord, have mercy. Listen, my mom used to say that just made me lose some brain cells. That conversation just made me lose brain cells. I don't listen, man. By the vow, I was just dropping brain cells because I'm just like, yo, it can't be this hard. I can't be that crazy to think that the commissioner effed that deal up. He effed it up. That's why he ain't talking about it. When's the last time you heard McClellan bring up anything about the SWAC Classic? Don't worry, I'll wait. When have you heard him say anything? He's done multiple interviews. He was at the basketball championship game. All right. He was at the track championship. He was at the softball championship, talking about this, talking about that. When has he ever brought up the SWAC Classic? Matter of fact, that's going to be the first question I ask him at SWAC Media Day. Pick me. Pick me. This one's for Dr. Charles McClellan. Sir, what happened to the SWAC Classic in Birmingham? Yeah, no response. No response. Wow. I just want to say wow. That's all I want to say. This is wow. Anyway, so hey, listen, guys. At the end of the day, I just want to bring up this. You got to know your value. You got to know your worth. You got to know your value. The Bayou Classic, all you Southern and Grambling people talking about, oh, Scotty, we making this. Oh, Scotty, we making that. Oh, Scotty, we doing this. Y'all ain't doing nothing. Y'all are making pennies. And you talk about, oh, we're not going to move the game because we make so much money. Where is it? Y'all getting on, y'all clowning Jackson State. They make more money than you in another bad contract. And they don't even own their game. They make more money in a bad contract than you do owning your game. And you're paying NBC $1 million. Oh! Hold on. Boy, this is funny. You make it. Listen, y'all are the definition of Tupac's trying to make $1 out of 15 cents. Like, no bull crap. Y'all are really out here like, whoo. Hey, listen. Hey, I know we got to come up with that meal for NBC. Come on, man. Y'all are horrible. Y'all really need to do better. Y'all really need to do better. But I got it on good authority. I got some inside news from a Grambling alum that says now you only pay $200K. Now you only pay $200K. Okay? For NBC to show the game. You only pay $200K now. So congratulations. You know what I'm saying? You know, now you might break even for once. You might actually break even. I just want to make that very clear. Hey, caller, you live, talk to me.
Scotty.
What's up?
How you doing?
What's goody?
Just wanted to say to Grambling and Southern, just hold out. Help is on the way. That's all I got to say. Just accept the truth. Don't try to justify it. Don't try to make something black be white, white be black. Just let it marinate. And everybody needs to go back and watch this show again and watch it again if they have to. So we can get a clear understanding of where we're at and try to find a better way forward. It is what it is. You have the facts, you got the documents. So this ain't about Grambling versus Southern. This is about us taking control of of our institutions and where our schools are headed in this new space that we're in.
Absolutely.
That's all I wanted.
No problem, Ms. Love. Thank you so much. Hey, what's up, Smash? Talk to me.
Absolutely. Hey, Scott, I ain't gonna let you say that, Doc. Hey, this in recent years. So let's go back to 13 when we was in millions, right? So, NBC stopped. State Farm stopped in 12. So, like these last 6-7 years, whatever it has been, that's when it's been happening. What about beforehand though? You know what I'm saying? Because it sounds like you said they've been getting ripped off. Now, I mean, we get ripped off more than Jackson. They've been fucking Nick contract for like 30-something years. So, like, it may be a mishap or something, but over the years, can we put up the numbers like before 13?
So I didn't see the Grambling side of it, but I'll tell you this: a Grambling alum close to the situation, they told me that you guys have been paying NBC since the early 2000s. So, but if you're making
I'm talking about profit from the game.
Oh, I mean, you could go on like I said, I got that one from, was it 14? I think it was 13 or 14 when Southern made $1.5 million. You know what I'm saying? But you remember, you still got to pay NBC $1 million. So you probably had to pay $500K. Grambling probably had to pay $500K. Then you probably walked away with $1 million. So that's not a bad take. I mean, that's what
I'm saying.
But you can't listen.
I'm just saying, like,
but if we go
from 13 on down, huh?
If I didn't go that far back. I mean, because come on, bro. Like, you want me to go back?
I'm just on here for everybody. Like they clowning like the job be getting for that damn Jackson, that damn Southern Heritage. How long that class has been going on?
I think like 20-some years.
30-some years.
20-some years.
Exactly. So like they should have, like, I remember when the mishaps was going on with the Classic when State Farm dropped it. Okay, that's cool these last couple years, and I'm glad it's just one more year in the contract. But don't sit up here and act like y'all ain't been getting the rape. I already take $1 million for a damn game. Then to get how much they'll make this guy?
They made like, $350. So before the increase, I think they were making like $250, something like that. $250.
My point is that I'm just saying that for everybody out here, Bayou Classic, people just on here, Scotty, like, I get it, and I'm glad you pointed this out. But that game ain't going nowhere. I mean, for the Bayou Classic weekend, Thanksgiving weekend, everybody's saying, for the playoffs, that situation is not moving. So as much as y'all gonna hate on it, it ain't going nowhere.
But
now,
it's not about listen. Hold on. It's not okay. One, it's about it. It shouldn't be about the where it's at. It should be about what you're getting paid for it. Just because you have the tradition that it's not moving and you're still getting dog raped in profiting, that doesn't make any sense, Smash. And you about your money, so you can't tell me if somebody said
no. I'm not.
Go ahead.
When I say it's not moving, I want people not getting that clear. We can move the damn game to Baton Rouge. I don't care where you move it. I'm talking about the date of the game. That's what everybody else, because I see somebody in the comments keep saying about they like the Bayou Class is so important. Yeah, I mean, y'all act like it's
I'm gonna ask you this.
That long. I'm talking about the date.
I'm gonna ask you this. Listen, see, once again, listen. If somebody comes to offer you and say, "Yo, could you play a week before?" Good example. Let's say Dallas, right? Because Dallas always plays Thanksgiving at home, so they always play that. They usually play that game before away. So if Jerry Jones and came into a deal and said, "Yo, we'll give you $5 million a piece. We'll give you $5 million a piece to play it at Cowboy Stadium." Why would you giving them now? If Baton Rouge,
okay, I get it.
You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you can't be so stuck in your mindset to be like, we stuck on this day. If somebody comes to you and says, "Look, we'll give you $10 million, 5 per school to move it here and play it here." That's all I'm saying. Now, if that never,
just saying,
go ahead.
For some people, they take the initial information and act like this like been going on. Like, I'm just comparing to the Jackson fans, so I'm like, y'all so off the leash. This 13. That's when the Swag Championship was. Swag Championship 13. We beat the shit out of them. Yeah. But I'm saying, like, y'all been getting raped. Like, this some new mishap when they lost the sponsorship. Of course, you know what I'm saying. Now, if they've been paying NBC, if the school walking away with $1 million, that's better than 200,000. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a difference. Is what I'm saying. Like, this just started happening. I don't make it seem like Bayou Class has been. Well, I'm gonna speak for the fact because when you put the numbers about Grambling, I don't know how to.
They've been.
But yeah, I see you, huh?
Yeah, that's it. They've been getting. Grambling getting double sandpaper. But yeah, I get what you're saying.
That's why I'm gonna try to find these numbers from like when Bruce Eugene was playing like early 2000s, and I want to know that 2005 when they moved the game for Katrina, they moved it to Dallas. I want to see those numbers. That'd be interesting to look at too, because if the game made more money in Dallas, that's when we can take an angle and see the progress you can make moving this class.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say this. Okay, I'm gonna let it go. But I appreciate the call though, Smash.
Gotcha.
All right, man, peace. Hey, what's up, Con? Just talk to me.
Yo, to the young lady who just called in earlier, kudos to you, young lady. The one who basically said, in so many words, and I'm paraphrasing, is just calm down, realize what it is, accept it, help is on the way, and we just got to do better. So I hope I'm not your last caller, but I will say this. She's 100% correct. It's time for us to understand that transparency is the name of the game. And I hate to say it, this is going to sound harsh, but a lot of our HBCUs have not been operating in transparency. And we have been doing things behind the scenes that will undoubtedly get us in trouble when it's revealed. So it's important for us to accept that truth. It's important for us to understand that they were only doing probably things that they were taught and signing contracts that they thought at the time were beneficial for their respective institutions, when in the long run, they weren't. And Roland and everyone else is 100% correct. It starts with our own autonomy. Now, we're not going to make a whole lot of money by keeping things, quote unquote, in-house initially, because we have to take a step back. But in the long run, in the long game, it will undoubtedly pay off. And we have to have that patience and faith to believe that it will. The Most High is not going to put us on this pathway and this journey only to leave us in the wilderness without any help. He's only going to help those who help themselves.
Come on.
And we got to start. We got to start now, y'all. It's important to just call a spade a spade. Understand that we've been hoodwinked. We didn't have the rug pulled out from us. It's fine. Okay, it is what it is. What are we going to do now to fix it? And at the end of the day, that's the biggest question that we have to ask ourselves is, what role do we play in fixing it? And before I go, to those that are on this call, if you got $5 in your pocket, $10 in your pocket, go donate to your HBCU to say that you supported the initiative to helping establish some type of continuity in some of our operations. Don't worry about if they mishandled the money. The Most High fix that. We'll fix it on the back end, but contribute to your school whenever you can. All right, dude, I'm out.
Appreciate it, Conscious. Hey, you know this is a good show when you got Conscious calling twice. He's like a one-hitter quitter. You know what I'm saying? So he get it. But I'm gonna speak to crowd pleaser, and then I'm gonna get up out of here. Until somebody comes with a deal like that, it will be what it is. See, that's the wrong mentality. You gotta manifest, right? So this is the thing about, this is the mindset of a crowd pleaser. That's a perfect name for you, crowd pleaser. 80, 84. That's a perfect name for you because you don't want to ruffle no feathers. You know, you a crowd pleaser. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, man. But listen, this is my thing. If it is what it is, right, then you should be able to step back and walk away from it because you're already doing bad. I can do bad all by myself. You're already doing bad. So why would I allow you to do me even worse? I can save that $1 million that I got to pay NBC. I can save that $200K. I can't pin it. Oh, can I do it? I'm going to try. I hope that pinned it. Yeah, I hope that did. But you know what I'm saying? You can't do all those things, right? And then not act like you're supposed to. Oh, you lost my Jesus Christ. I did. Nah, man, I'm saying for the mentality of decision makers. All right, cool. I lost my train of thought. But guys, at the end of the day, stop doing bad deals. That's at the end of the day, this is stop doing bad deals. All I'm saying is you could do better. But y'all, because I ain't making these bad deals. Y'all Bamas need to be able to step back from deals if they're already bad. Step back from it. That's all I'm saying. Like you gotta be content enough to say, nah, we not taking that. You know what I'm saying? That's knowing your value, knowing your worth, knowing what you bring to the situation. All right. So it is what it is. And I don't even want to go there, but I should have went there, but I'm not gonna go there. But guys, listen, we appreciate y'all. Let me see. The next contract is going to be whoever gets to me or, sends it in to me. As I get them, I give them to y'all. Okay. As I get them, I give them to y'all. Hey, listen, like my girl said, you can always donate to OffScript TV on Cash App. We appreciate it. All right. I will also be putting the donation, our housewarming link in the description box below. If you watch the replay, we'll appreciate it. And we thank everybody who's been sending this stuff. Miss Howard, thank you so much. Who else? Paris, thank you so much for sending us stuff for the housewarming. I'm gonna just start taking pictures around the house like this. All right, so we appreciate it. All right, remember, if you do get anything, do not get the Q-tip holder. Miss Sykes, thank you so much, Miss Sykes, for getting that stuff. We appreciate everybody who's donated to our housewarming. We really appreciate it. Listen, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I haven't really been in the going live mood. This kind of got me in my zone. Like, this kind of perked me up today. But I'm going to tell you, I'm kind of on vacation mode. So if you're looking for back-to-back shows, that won't be happening probably no time this week, all right? But Thursday, I do have an interview with Drake Cheatham, the former Kansas State All-American. So Thursday, make sure you tune in. I got Drake Cheatham from PV, now current Kansas State DB. He will be on the channel for an interview. So make sure you guys tune into that. So until next time, you know what I'm going to do. I'm going to holler. And Coach Green, you might want to get what you checked out. Go get that checked out.